Welcome to In2WHISKEY. Today we're out at the HATUEY Cigar Company. In a minute we're going to go in there and we're going to see what they got going on. But please first like and subscribe. We are a new YouTube channel and we need all the support we can get. So let's go in. How's it going?
Nice to see you.
Good to see you, my friend. So today I'm going to pick up a cigar and we're going to check out the place. So where should we start?
Let's take a look.
We're going straight into the humidor.
Come on in.
Nice. I was thinking on getting my first fat cigar.
Your first big ring gauge?
Yeah.
We have a few big ring gauges. We have options in all price points and all palettes. So starting off in more of the affordable range, we have what we call our farmer cigars. So our farmer cigars are specifically made to be a little more inexpensive. They're not cheap by any means. They're still going to be the same premium tobacco as everything else. The difference is they're going to be not age as much and have as many blends in it. So if you're looking for the big ring gauge, we have a few options for you. We can go with our nub style gorditos here. These are going to be a little stubbier, more fatter. It's going to be a 64 ring by 4.5 on those guys. And we have those in the Maduro, the Connecticut, and the Habano wrap. So we have 3 options for you on those. We also have the Maduros in the number 2 size. It's going to be a little longer, same as the Cameroons and the Connecticut wrap as well. So those are the options for the bigger ring gauges in the farmers. And then once we move down the back, we have in my cabinet collection, that's these 2 rows here. These are gonna be what we call cabinet collection, different blending on that guy. We're gonna have the Especial here. Is gonna be probably the biggest ring gauge we're gonna have in this sort of range here. We could also go into the black and white, which is gonna be my oldest. These guys up here are gonna be aged 9 years with a Brazil wrap on there. The Gran Robusto is probably the way to go if you're looking for a big ring gauge in that guy there.
Yeah, where are they? Medium body, heavy?
So the Gran Robusto, just because it's plenty of aging, it's going to be medium to full. Normally when you age a cigar longer and have more blending, it tends to get a little on the stronger side. So medium to full on the Gran Robustos there, but if you go with a smaller ring at a shorter scale, you got a full body here in a Robusto. If you like a fuller body cigar.
I'm kind of float between the 2.
Yeah.
Between a medium bodied one and a full body one.
So if you're floating in between the 2, I might actually recommend you in my Gran Cubanos. These guys are going to be one of my most blended cigars here. These are all going to be in the bigger ring gauge.
Okay.
So the difference being the top shelf here is going to be Maduro wrapped, and the bottom shelf is going to be Habano. So the Habano is going to smoke a little bit more medium full, while the Maduro is going to be smoking more medium full to full body. So I have the Toro in the shorter size here. I've got the Churchill in the nice and long one, and then I have the Torpedo here top as well, if you like the Torpedo top. All of them are going to be 60 ring gauge. Just a matter if you're
I like the tapered end on them.
Yeah, so the Torpedo might be the way you want to go.
Yeah.
And they all have a closed foot, so on initial light you're going to get a lot of that wrapper flavor right into the cigar right off the top. So it's a good option there if you like the taper tops.
Yeah, they're just not very long, huh?
Yeah, that's why you go with the Churchill, but you got to have a nice 2 hours for that guy.
And these over here.
So these are my Flor de Telo lines. These are one of my most popular cigars, as you could tell by the empty shelves.
Yes.
These sell like crazy. So these guys are going to be very affordable, $8.75 to $10.25 on all of the blends I have here. They're going to be, I got the Habanos up on the top shelf, and then I got the Connecticut's in the middle. So the Connecticut's is where I point anybody who's looking for that smooth, creamy, buttery, medium body is where I'd put you here. While the Habano is going to have the same filler, but with that Habano wrap, you're going to get a little bit more of that earthy, toasty flavor profile going in there. And they all come with that cedar wrap. If you want to light the cigar with the cedar, it gives it a little bit of that extra flavor in the front end.
So where do you guys get your tobacco from?
So everything we have here comes from my own farms. We have farms all over the world, but everything in this humidor comes from our Dominicans. So we got Dominican cigars here.
Sweet.
So that's where we grow our cigars. Everything is Cuban seed. We have the father plants out in Cuba, and then we bring in the seeds plant the seeds in the Dominican, and that's where we get our tobacco.
Ah,
So
nice.
everything is, we are a true, what you would call seed to smoke company, where from the moment it's planted to the moment you're smoking it, everything is handled by us 100% of the time.
And so this location in downtown Sacramento is not your only location?
No, we have another location in Reno. That's going to be right off of the main strip, off of South Virginia, about a mile off the Pepper Mill. Really accessible. They have the same cigars, but they have a completely different ambiance. The inside of that store is going to be a little bit more homey, a little bit more vintage kind of feel to it. It gives it a little bit of a warmer lounge feel. While I have a little bit more of a more sunlight and a little bit more of a modern-esque kind of feel to this lounge.
Yeah, cool. And what do we got going on this side over here?
So this is just mirrored from that side. So whichever way you walk in, whatever you prefer. You know, if you're already, they're the same on both sides. So whatever's on this side is also on that side.
Sweet. Oh man, I don't know what
I will
think.
say, if you want, in my opinion, one of the better cigars we make, I'd probably point you to the Vigadon Peñas on this side here. These are actually made on behalf of the owner of the company's father. That's Don Peña, and these are his homage cigars per se. So we have 3 different sizes on those guys. These are going to be Sumatran wrapped, nice aging on there, very complex cigar. Now this is one of those cigars that are special occasions, or if you just have a more complex palate, you might want to go with that the nicer cigar to complement the nicer palate.
Okay, I've had those. I've
Yeah.
actually had those. Those are nice. What is this Red Passion?
So the Red Passion is something we started rolling out about a year and a half ago. So the Red Passion is made for more of the beginner cigar smoker. This is going to give you a nice taste into my premium selection. So if you're just now coming off of the Farmers, a little bit more inexpensive, but you're not yet in my $15, $18 cigars, you might want to jump into the Red Passions. The Red Passions are going to give you that really big almondy flavor up front while still keeping a pretty medium body. And I offer that in both the Robusto and the Torpedoes. And they're all going to be, the Robustos are $7.50 and the Torpedoes are going to be $8. So really affordable,
Nice.
really beginner friendly.
Now, my brother-in-law, his daughter, my niece, just had a baby, and he was looking around for a place to get cigars around $7, $8, and I was trying to tell him, you need to go.
Come down here. We have some of the better prices in the area. I mean, it's hard to beat our prices.
And another shop was trying to sell him these, I don't know if they were Fuentes or what, but it's a boy or it's a girl cigar.
Right.
And he was just kind of blown away. And I said, well, if you want a cigar that smokes good and tastes good, I said, you need to go down to HATUEY. I said, because their prices are a lot better, and their cigars generally smoke above their pay, what they cost.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you consider the sole fact that we have 0 middlemen anywhere in any of the process, that attributes to a lot of why our pricing is the way it is. If you were to go somewhere else and pick up, I'm not going to name any brand specifically, but if you were to pick up another branded cigar, only 2% of the cigar industry is a seed to smoke company. So most of the time what's happening is you're paying for a lot of the processes, right? The guy who rolls it wants his cut. The guy who's curing it wants his cut. The guy who's importing it wants his cut. The advertisement, then the owner of the shop wants to make money on it. So it's a lot of that going on. So when
a lot
you're
of
coming
hands
here,
out in the process.
So when you're coming here and you're getting a $7 cigar, you have to consider that's with 0 middlemen. So that cigar is actually going to be smoking like a much higher price pointed cigar.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I can attest to that because I bought plenty of them here. So
one of the biggest misconceptions I get is when people look at my Farmers and the non-labels, they say, "Oh, you got those cheap cigars." They're not cheap. It's the same quality tobacco. The only difference is we save a lot more money by doing things differently. Like these guys, we don't ship them in the boxes, so that saves money on weight during shipping. We don't send them out to put the labels on it. That saves money. Labels cost money. The people that put the labels on there have to get paid, right? So that saves money that front as well. And we only ship them in these 50-pack bundles. That way we sell. We like to sell more. So these guys are more suited to the more you buy, the better pricing you get. We give the discounts off of them, a higher quantity sale.
So how long have you been in Sacramento, Oz?
So I personally have been here for about 3 years, but I've
Okay.
been working with the company for about 6. You know, behind the scenes and a lot more of the tobacco world per se. But we, as a company, have been here for quite some time. I mean, we've been growing tobacco since 1932.
So you know what's going on.
We've been growing tobacco for quite some time, and we've been selling them in the stores since the 90s. So we've been around for quite some time. We know a thing or two about tobacco in the cigar world.
So my buddy had just moved in from LA. He basically moved back home, and he was like, well, we're going to go out to HATUEY and get some cigars. And I'm just wondering where, you know, you don't have a store in LA, did you at one time?
We don't have a store. We don't have a store in LA, but what we do offer is we offer an online service. So you can go to our website, it's HATUEYCigars.com. You can order online there as long as you're over the age of 21. You're more than welcome to go on there and buy it. We'll ship anywhere in the U.S., anywhere continental U.S. If you purchase a certain amount, you get free shipping. They have discounts running all the time, discount codes, Mother's Day, Father's Day, you know, Christmas. We have discounts running all the time. So
that's how he found out about you, because
absolutely.
he was literally here a week and we came here.
Yeah.
Because he's an old cigar smoking buddy.
So that's an option for everybody who doesn't have access to a physical location.
Yeah, and your website is?
HATUEYCigars.com, HATUEY cigars.com.
Cool. All right.
For you today, we're going to go with the Torpedo and the Habano wrapper in the Gran Cubano. This is a great option for you if you're looking to have a bigger ring gauge for your first time. And because of the taper top, if it's a little too much, you could always cut a little less, and then it'll give you a little bit less of a big ring gauge on the mouthfeel, if that makes sense.
Cool. Well, you recommended the ones I'm smoking now, and I will definitely enjoy this. Okay, Oz and I are inside the lounge at HATUEY, and I'm going to give you a little look-see as to what it looks like. Got the TVs everywhere. Nice fans, ventilation. Naked pictures of ladies, nice. And what's this area back here? Is that just for you guys, or?
So, as long as you buy a cigar, you're more than welcome to use a lounge. That includes TVs. We also offer complimentary water and coffee. So we make nice little Cuban espressos for anybody that asks. We have regular pot coffee, but we have various ways of making espresso. We have an ice machine running in case you want to have something on ice. That's available for you as well.
Nice. I like it. And there's me, of course. And there's another forward lounge up that way. All right, we'll go up this way. There you go. These are the member lockers, and it's for members only, so I can't go in there. Okay, so that's about it for HATUEY Cigars. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did. Got myself a couple cigars, and I will be showing them to you when I smoke them on the patio. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you later.